dead ahead there. It's taken from the Governor's Island. It's where they used to bring all the immigrants into the United States, because they made a state park out of it now. And of course, that's Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty at night. This is the Tulsa, Oklahoma State Capitol building. We went out there on a trip to see the state voting law administrator, and they have an oil well sitting in the Capitol building yard. It is the Capitol building sits in a dome of oil, and they have this oil well drilled at an angle to reach that pool of oil. And it's the only one in the United States that's legally drilled that way. It's illegal to drill a slanted oil well. That's me. And that's my running mate, Rodney Cooper. And this is another one of our madhouse visits to, no, this is from Sarah and Mom, I guess. They come down to see us in St. Louis. You know, it's Sarah. Looks like Mom may be in bed already. Redoobers. This is about probably spring of 1970. Me trying to relax, probably. There's the Zerk, probably watching Sesame Street. Snowbirds down in Caseyville, Illinois. This is Eric and Rodney and their snowman. The winter was 69-70 down in Caseyville. And there's Eric, Christmas 69. And there's a bunch of Christmas carolers made up of the local neighborhood kids. There's Mom, Jerry, and Jane. This is probably the spring of early 70. There's Rodney Cooper. We were swinging through here on a trip. We'd come back from Cincinnati, so we stopped down here to visit the troops that we went through. This is when George Jaggers and me got put out in Denver in 1970. I think it's in the spring. So while we was there, had some time off. We did some touristing around. This is Central City, Colorado. It's right outside of Denver. It's an old gold mining town. Sort of a tourist attraction now. There's a post office downtown, and it's just sort of kind of make it a tourist attraction. Central City there. It's sort of a long shot of what the town looked like. It's just down a little valley there. All those things look like molehills were actually spoils from the gold mines. There's gold mines all over the place out there. No abandoned gold mine. Yeah, it just remains of some old buildings back in the mountains there. Probably an old ghost town at one time. Not much left now. It's George Jaggers there. It's just some scenery shots there, back in the old roads. Touring the mountains there. Some of the old roads are still snowpacked. higher elevations, they still have a lot of snow on them. And just a scenery shot there showing George in his red coat. Some scenery shots showing the Rocky Mountains in the background there, on the valley. That's another scenery shot back in the mountains. More scenery of the Georgian foreground there. The old truck overheated, so we had to run down and get some water out of the brook there. We took turns dipping it. And get it on the road again. Take it to some place to break down. One too many filling stations back up there. Little rock scaling there. The Jaggers at the pinnacle. This is an old abandoned gold town. A lot of old buildings around there. A lot of mines are already played out. It's been abandoned for years. Way back in the hills and the hollers. George hanging on. Here's George in an old abandoned mine. They're all over the place out there. It's thick. And do a little hiking here. And just some more old ruins back in the hollers there. The mole hole. And just some scenery shots there of George traipsing across the hillside. Just another old mine there. Junk laying around it. Looks like they pipe water down to this thing some way. Some more junk laying around the site there. This place has been abandoned for a long time. There's Jaggers in another mine. Old abandoned one there. All kinds of old mines right around in the area there. We picked up some good souvenirs, some old spikes, old harness stuff. No gold though. That was where they actually crushed the ore and sifted the gold, I guess, out from the rock. It's just a bunch of old abandoned buildings there. This is an old track that came out of the mine. They had